seem to get one, just seem to get away. It looked like Shane just never seemed to get into any kind of rhythm.
Yeah, we just couldn't get in. We had the offensively, I think the first series we had the touchdown, and we had the offsides right away. And just keep, we were moving the ball a little bit in the first quarter, but then we got down there and it was just, we just couldn't get in that rhythm and keep scoring at a quicker pace. And it just kind of caught up to us.
I mean, it's tough when you get down on those guys. Any kind of number behind on those guys is just kind of tough to catch up.
I mean, when you play Arizona, you have to play your best game. We didn't play our best game, so it's a little bit of everything. I mean, defense, we didn't play our best. Offense, I mean, it was, it's just. We're disappointed. I mean, we go into every game thinking we're going to get this game. It's just disappointing that, the guys they're hurting right now just because they knew we could have had a better effort going into this thing. We just didn't get it done.
As disappointed as you are, can you just talk about the season home? Just an amazing run.
It really is. And I just told them, I said, I said, this hurts because we go into every game trying to be 1-0. I talked about this game. I mean, this game hurts. We didn't play well. We didn't get it done. But I also told them to keep your heads up. I mean, what we did this year was pretty incredible, and you can't really see the big picture right now. But down the road, what we accomplished, and we got where, we were picked to finish last. How can I be mad at these guys? You're in there trying to. So we're mad at the game, but I can't be mad at these guys at all.
I feel like you guys peaked too early 2 weeks ago, or?
You know what? I don't know. I think we just didn't play well. I mean, it was a little bit. We did not play our best defensive game. It's just, and then it just got away from us. So I don't know if we, obviously we didn't play good. So 2 weeks ago we played very well to get to this spot. But again, I don't want to take anything away from Arizona. They played great, but. We were just hoping that we'd play a lot better tonight than we did.
A team that fed on momentum all year long, having a week off, does that hurt?
It might have hurt a little bit. I think it was, we had we had 15 straight weeks of football. So, at first you're kind of thinking, hey, we'll get a few days off here and rest up. But I think, maybe in the long run it would have been better just to keep playing. But you don't want to use that as an excuse either. We were prepared. We had the same situation they had. We just didn't get it done.
Were they getting more pressure on Shane than you wanted to?
They did. They got a lot more pressure. I mean, that was really the problem we had on offense was just their pressure on Shane. And, we had a couple, like I said, we had the touchdown early that got called back for an offsides. On the sack in the end zone, we actually had a guy wide open deep, but we couldn't get it to him. So if we could have had a couple plays there to loosen them up a little bit early and stay in the game, I think it would have been a little different in their protection.
Is that why you couldn't find T. Lou on some of those plays?
Well, they were hitting T. Lou a lot. Every time T. Lou went in motion, they were hitting him. Okay. So it's hard to get him deep. We got him, we had a couple chances to get him deep, but for the most part, when T. Lou went in motion, they were trying to hit him so he couldn't get there.
What's going on with the defensive backs? I mean, just a couple of those on a touchdown, they're 5-10 yards away. I mean, I haven't seen them lose them like that all year.
I mean, obviously we blew some coverages. I mean, we didn't, it wasn't, we've been so good all year. And in arena football, you can't blow coverages. I mean, it's tough enough to cover them without blowing coverages. So we blew a couple coverages, but again, it was, I can't just put it in there. It was just a little bit of everything. We just did not play well in a lot of phases.
Program-wise and franchise-wise, going into next year, you got to feel pretty good about what you have.
I mean, yeah, we feel good. I mean, it's like I said. I mean, it's hard to get. I'm in the locker room. I can't be mad at these guys. I mean, you won 19 games. So, as disappointing as this game is, obviously, it's killing us. But, going forward, we got a lot of guys coming back. Hopefully we can get our free agents signed, and I think we've really started something here, and the guys believe in it. So, hopefully we can keep this thing going for a while.
Davlo was as advertised.
He's good. I mean, Nick's, the guy doesn't have that many bad games. And again, if you're going to beat Arizona, you got to put pressure on him. And Nick has to have, he has to struggle a little bit, and we didn't make him struggle tonight.
What's the difference between the good Shane Austin and the bad Shane Austin? It seems like there's just been 2 or 3 games this season where he forces throws and things like that. But.
I think it's a lot of things. And again, that Philly game, after we watched film, we didn't put it all on Shane. We put a lot on the receivers and everybody. And tonight. Shane, he's killing himself more than I'm going to kill him. He's looking at every throw he made, what he could have done different and everything. But again, you got to look at him. He's a rookie. I mean, this is really his first year of playing. So as disappointed as we are in the game, you still got to look at, hey, he's got 1 year under his belt. Davila's got 6 years under his belt. So hopefully he can learn from this and just keep going. And really not too worried about Shane. He's the type of guy that will bounce back from.
Can you talk about their defensive pressure? I mean, they did not have a lot of...
No, their defensive pressure was the biggest. I mean, they disrupted our offense. So, you know, we tried to mix in a few screens there. We tried to throw some short games, but they did a real good job of getting pressure on us, and that caused us a lot of problems.
Coach, I asked you earlier in the game the inexperience and the big game and the atmosphere. Now that it's over and you look back on it, how much you look back on it?
Again, it probably had something to do with it. You know, those guys have all been in this game for 3 years now. Most of that team that you saw out there. So, but again, I don't want to. Yes, it probably has something to do with it, but we don't want to use that as an excuse. You know, it is no just because we have some inexperience, we should have played better. So we really don't want to use that. So. Again, I think it's going to help a lot of our guys, and hopefully we'll be in this position again where we can do it again.
Yeah, because 4 years ago they lost in the championship game and they've won 3 straight. So you're hoping that the guys use this as fuel in the off season to come back bigger?
We do. I mean, we feel we got a good core group of guys here, and we don't want to lose them. We want to stick together. I think these guys want to stick together. So and that's the biggest part of any. Doesn't matter what league you're in. If you can keep a good team together and keep it going, you're going to have the advantage going into the next year. So, you know, that's. Again, these guys are hurting, but I think it's really this is the type of group that I think will really get them going for next year.